So I've decided that this will be its own game, and it's currently being called the Strange Factory. That being said, if anybody does have any ideas for better names, I am open to suggestions, because this is actually a common enough name that I could conceivably be sued for trademark infringement, and if at all possible, I would really like to avoid that. Also, now that I've said that, the creativity of my YouTube audience, which is all of you guys, will now be written up in whatever lawsuit that I face for not being able to come up with a more innovative game title. Anyway, as promised, I did it. The worker AI is completed, and with any luck, I will never touch it again. It took me about 2 hours, and it wasn't actually that bad. I am once again learning that if I simply do the things, instead of just thinking about doing them, it tends to work out better. My problem was that I was trying to figure out how to make the workers run the factory before the factory was even working. So what I ended up doing was I spent a couple of days to make the factory itself work and produce voidlings. In particular, the point of the factory is to produce these elemental voidlings, which are the familiar characters who appear in Voidling Assault after you play it for long enough. You can hover over an elemental voidling to see its name. At the moment, the only one there is Olaf, which you can see possibly if I edited the footage correctly. And when you click on it, you get the option to trigger some kind of event. So the plan from here is for each elemental voidling to have its own associated minigame, and then you get a gold bonus for completing that minigame. That can then be spent on most likely cosmetics, and also maybe more useful upgrades if I can think of anything to add. However, after I'm going to be writing maybe 5 minigames in a row, I'm sure that I will be able to think of something to add. The only thing I don't want to do is to purposefully scale down the player's stats from the beginning and then sell them back to their full power. I find that that works for some games, but probably not this one. The overall goal is to provide information for Ortail, who is studying exotic voidling forms in a gracious effort to remediate the disparate fragments of planet Kai. Therefore, you will need to complete each minigame at least once to satisfy the strange bureaucrat's seemingly endless thirst for knowledge. It's pretty weird, and I'm not entirely sure why I'm actually making all of this, but I already established I am not going to argue with a video game character, so here we are, and here we are for the foreseeable future. If you liked this video, I will surely make another one next week. Thank you for watching, and please wait patiently for that. Also, if you are impatient, I have another game releasing in just a couple of months, which I have called The Land of Artificial Jellies, and you can and should put that on your Steam wishlist right away. Goodbye.